industry today that's gonna be so impacted by AI, and you guys have no idea what's coming next. Having a restaurant today is safer than having a digital company.
LFG Show, day one, affiliate world. We started this off with a big bang. We got Dimitri, Vulpe.
My first job was cleaning tables in a restaurant. I did every most humble job on earth you can think about. I wouldn't mind me going out of business, but I know how to stay on my feet and what to do next.
The stuff that you drop is so valuable. It's not just about media buying, it's about life. It's about mindset. There's so many aspects to it that's amazing.
I've been 13 years in the trenches, building businesses, media companies, tech companies, lead gen, content arbitrage, and that was out of nothing.
First of all, running lean organizations, gotta run lean, right? I learned that the hard way. It's not about having 100, 200 people.
Stop hiring. Every single business owner today should stop hiring a human and they should start hiring a tool. There's gonna be other people in your industry doing that. They could afford less margins and they're gonna steal your cow.
You got me thinking, I need to fucking adapt. I'm gonna be behind the curve. You said that half the people here are gonna go out of business.
Having an AI defense system within traffic sources with an IQ of 1,000 to 3,000 within the next 3 to 4 years, it's gonna put you out of business if you don't adapt.
What's your advice to people? Listen, how can they adapt to stay ahead of the curves? And
educate yourself on AI and how to use it, how to combine all the tools, all the language models that are happening, and stay on top of the game.
LFG Show, day one, affiliate world. Man, we started this off with a bang, 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 big bang, like a big bang theory kind of shit, man. We got Dimitri Vulpe, Scalability.io. This guy is a fucking legend in space. He was under the radar for a while. You're not under the radar anymore, baby, man. You're fucking, you were on the main stage. That shit was packed. There were fucking people out the door trying to listen to you.
Yeah, so yeah.
You fucking killed us. Standing room only, man. Yo, it's an honor to have you on this show. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. I waited for this for so long. I have the imposter syndrome, which I think it's actually a good thing because it's gonna put you in the position of actually being legit when you talk about your backgrounds, your whatever you do in life. So I think it's the right peak of my career to actually step out and give to others.
I love that you said that, man, because, man, you've put up some big numbers. We'll talk about that soon, like line figures,
it's not
crazy numbers. But for you to say that imposter syndrome, I mean, you said that, and I feel that way sometimes too, but you have to, man, because that's the only way you grow. And this was your first speech you did up there, and you stepped out of your comfort zone. I saw you last night. You're like, Dave, I'm fucking nervous. I'm like, bro, how can you be nervous? You're a fucking killer, but you have to be. I get nervous too, but that's the only way you can grow is by getting fucking nervous, getting out of your comfort zone. All top performers do that. So for you to say that, I think that's amazing, man.
Thank you. I love to step out of my comfort zone, though. I always did that. I changed my cities. I changed houses, backgrounds, verticals, companies. I've been 13 years in the trenches, building e-com businesses, media companies, tech companies, lead gen, you name it. I did it. Search arb, content arbitrage. At a certain point, I had more than 15 verticals, and we built one of the top 3 most read newspapers in Italy on Facebook. We had 4 million followers.
Wow.
And that was out of nothing with 0 budgets. I did that multiple times. I failed multiple times. I almost went bankrupt because of e-commerce and other businesses so many times. I always took the risk and I put myself into it 200, 1000%.
Yeah.
That's my mindset. I'd rather die than failing. That's the thing I wake up and think about every single day.
And you talked about on stage about stress, that if you're not stressed, you're a fool. So I find this amazing. I thought that was amazing what you said, because it is true. Every successful person I know, on the outside, it looks like, and they're having, you have a great life, I have a good life. They have a great life, but it comes at a cost too, because you always got to be thinking, how am I going to sustain this, or what can I do to stay ahead of the curve?
So it comes at levels, right? I have a great lifestyle. I love it. I worked for it. I earned it. I'm not stressed about that. I wouldn't mind go back and be a waiter. I was a waiter. My first job was cleaning tables in a restaurant. I washed plates and everything. I did every most humble job on earth you can think about. And I miss that. I would go back today or tomorrow. I wouldn't mind me going out of business. Of course I'd mind, but I know how to stay on my feet and what to do next. That's not what's stressing me out. It's how and what I'm building around me, my family, the people that work with us, our employees, how they're going to survive the impact of AI on a large scale. We're in an industry today that's going to be so impacted by AI, and you guys have no idea what's coming next. Having a restaurant today is safer than having a digital company.
Wow. I believe that. And when you said that on stage, by the way, guys, I don't know the replays of that, but that was a must listen to. I go to these shows. I don't really go to see many people speak. Or if I do, I go for like a little bit, people that I support, show respect. But I sat in the very front to hear you speak, and I stayed for every fucking second. And I really was. And you saw me, right? And bro, you got me thinking, I need to fucking adapt. I'm going to be behind the curve. You said that half the people here are going to go out of business in a year. And you firmly believe that.
I'm not shy, and I'm not afraid of telling them in their faces.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking morons. They have no idea what's coming up next. Having an AI defense system within traffic sources with an IQ of 1,000 to 3,000 within the next 3 to 4 years is going to put you out of business if you don't adapt, if you don't do things compliantly.
So how do you adapt? What's your recommendation? People listening, media buyers here listening, people in the industry, because what you said was very powerful. The restaurant business has a high failure rate. You might know better than me, but I think it's like more than 90% of restaurants go out of business, right? I think, man.
It's going to be the other way around.
Wow. So it's almost like we're going back.
I'm investing in offline companies.
Wow.
Because it's going to be more sustainable.
That's fucking crazy, man.
I'm buying real estate.
Yeah. So, dude, man, I feel like we could talk for hours about this shit, but what you said there is amazing because a lot of people, they don't want brick and mortar stuff. They're like, it's too stressful, whatever. So they go online. I think what happens is, you think it was a bubble, all this online money making, and now AI is going to puncture that bubble?
No, it's going to clean the space.
Okay.
It's not a bubble. There's going to be a huge difference between people knowledgeable and wannabe entrepreneurs, which is 90% of our business. It's people that have no high school, have no background education, have nothing. They launch a bunch of ads on whatever traffic platform that aren't compliant. They run a bunch of leads and they are affiliate marketers or e-commerce guys, shipping products. I don't know, you name it, they do it. They do money. They flex a Lambo, they rent it shit out, they do a bunch of scams. Yeah. That's gonna happen. That's not gonna happen within the next few years.
So you're saying they got lucky, pretty much?
Of course they're lucky, man. They have no background. They have no education. They have no mindset. It's a bunch of fools that are doing money online.
So you're saying the luck's gonna run out, and now it's time to have real fucking.
It's gonna. People that are knowledgeable, they're gonna win on a big scale because they're gonna take all the cap out.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be none left for the non-compliant and people that have no idea how to adapt.
And that's why, man, like that was such an impact. What I was trying to say before is that I stayed for every single second because what you were saying that you think 5 years ahead all the time is what you said, right? And I need to start thinking 5 years ahead. We all got to think 5 years ahead. I tend to think a year ahead, right? I got to go further, man.
I would tell you this.
Yeah.
I used to think 5 years ahead till some years ago. Always. It comes at a cost. Stressing me out a lot. But I will tell you this. I'm trying to think 5 years from now, but the learning curve of AI is such impactful within the next few years that us humans have no fucking idea of what's going on.
Dude.
You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how big tech companies will adapt. I even think that governments will step into the release of hard and impactful models on the humankind. Because that's going to put so many people out of business. And I think the universal income is not, it's going to happen 100%. It's not of if, it's of when. Because too many people will be out of jobs. Big tech companies will be very heavily taxed by governments, and they will share the profits of those companies with humans.
So what do we do to adapt? Like what's your advice to people? Listen, how can they adapt to stay ahead of the curves and to prevent themselves from being one of these companies that's going to go out of business?
Educate yourself on AI and how to use it, how to combine all the tools, all the language models that are happening, and stay on top of the game. Someone's going to do it. AI is going to run a lot of stuff instead of human beings, but still someone has to run that AI, which is going to be you if you educate yourself on the business.
Yeah, you said something really amazing on stage about, first of all, running lean organizations. You got to run lean, right?
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. It's not about having 100, 200 people.
Stop hiring.
Yes.
Every single business owner today should stop hiring a human and they should start hiring a tool, which is sad to say, but it's the safest bet a human can do to himself today, because so many tools are out there that are not being used by business owners, which could be used at a fraction of a cost, 100th of a cost. There's going to be other people in your industry doing that. They're going to run leaner. They're going to have, they could afford less margins, and they're going to steal your cow.
There's a new endeavor called Roofs in the Box. It's just, man, from day one, it's taken off.
When I first started getting in the roofing industry, what was happening was my fixed costs were always there. And so for me, I was looking at how can we kind of, one, save on these costs, and then two, how do I not lay people off during down times? But also maybe even the ability to pocket more money during the slow season or even the peak season. Since we've done this before, like with our lead gen companies where we have virtual staffing and from Argentina or Colombia, I'm like, why don't we do the same thing in the construction business? Now, once we figured it out, so we reduced their fixed cost by 70%. And so now during the downtime, they have real seasoned veteran type of players. But during the uptime, they pocket 70% of their operational costs are now going back in their pocket. And then when it's time to scale, they have the back end prepared, already ready to go to help them like lift off. Depending on what state you're in, you're averaging about 12.5% on what you pay out on taxes, insurance, all the different insurances that you have to pay out, right? So yeah, you don't have to pay out unemployment, you don't have to pay out FICA insurance, Medicare, Social Security, the things that business owners have to eat.
Roofs in the Box is not just limited to roofing or home improvement companies.
You can use it for any services, right? You can use it for IT. We use them internally for data sales, for hygiene, for analytics. It doesn't even matter what the vertical is.
It's like business in the box at the end of the day.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, you talked about if you are going to hire an AI engineer, is that what you...
We have it already. It's an AI evangelist.
Okay.
So we have a software company which does software development for our companies and some external clients. The AI evangelist is the one who educates our managers on how to adopt and use AI within the company, and educates our engineers and tech developers on how to adopt and use tools within the tech development company to be on the top of the game. So he's an expert on AI. He did the AI for his entire existence. I think his university thesis was about machine learning and language models and AI back in 2014.
Wow.
It wasn't a thing.
So that person was ahead of the curve,
Yeah.
which you like. How do you recommend finding someone like that?
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Search people on LinkedIn.
Got it. It's as simple
Wait.
as that. Got it. Cool, bro. I'm still blown away that and I'm speaking, I'm on the panel at 3:15 about White Hat. All right. Is White Hat dead?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people
not
are like that, right? No, it's not that, but you gave me so much content that I'm going to use for that speech.
Amazing.
And I think that's the key, right? People are running, like you're saying, they're running all this black hat, gray hat kind of stuff, right? And those are the people that are going to get wiped out because AI, on the advertiser level, they're going to be able to detect if you're running not clean. They're going to be able to
They're
detect
going to know
Yeah.
right beforehand you're going to run anything.
Yeah.
They're going to know your entire existence. AI is going to be so powerful within 2 to 3 years that we'll know how you're going to behave before you do anything. Especially in the digital space where they have trillions of inputs to analyze about yourself.
It's unbelievable, man. When you said that, we have a big focus on quality control, quality assurance in my company, right? Which I realized with AI, I can really collapse time frames and get better at it.
Exactly. That's the thing. You can run at smaller margins because your company costs less.
Yeah.
And if you train AI to do scripting, to analyze all the data, all the stats you have, AI can basically come up with white scripts that are crushing and converting. You don't have to do black shit.
Yeah. And that's key because if you're not, your advertiser pays the bills, right? We work with a lot of big roofing companies, $1 billion, $2 billion roofing companies.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you lie to them and say, oh, a lot of guys will play this game where they'll send you for a pay-per-call. They'll send you an ad, but that's not the ad they're running, right? So no one can really, they're running like some other crazy angle to get the calls and generating cheap. AI will be able to fucking catch that. So there's no more games. It's going to prevent these games from happening.
So the ecosystem itself is flawed because of that, right? But because the buyers have no idea how media buying works. So your roofing companies that want certified ads don't understand that you need hundreds of A/B tests to understand what's the real metric that you're going to scale. Unless they want to have thousands of employees checking ads, they can't do otherwise. So AI will come right in the middle, helping them succeed and get quality leads, and helping media buyers deliver quality leads without being shady.
Yeah. I love it, man. And I think that the bottom line, transparency. I always say, and I train my team, do the right thing by the client.
Yep.
They pay the bills. It's like any relationship. Do the right thing by your wife. Do the right thing by your kid. It'll come back to you, right? So the people that haven't been doing the right thing, they're going to be wiped the fuck out.
That's what I was telling you about earlier. Everyone is an improvised fool that is doing money online today. So they're not in for the long game. It's taking effort. It's taking a huge amount of workload to set everything up, wait on payments, taking a risk. They would rather try to run shady shit and do a bunch of money and flex their lifestyle. But the real game is actually when you think long term and you try to think corporate instead of as a simple affiliate or freelancer.
Yeah. I love it, man. Let's pivot a little bit here. Obviously, everyone gets into this industry. The beautiful thing about this industry, and by the way, your social media is amazing, guys. Follow Dimitri on social media.
I'm starting out, guys.
Yeah.
I'm learning. I'm adapting. But I'm a quick learner. I'm gonna crush you.
Yeah, he's got like the stuff that you drop is so valuable. It's not just about media buying. It's about life. It's about mindset. There's so many aspects to it that's amazing. And man, it's like, there's a lot of fluff and bullshit out there online, but he's giving you real advice. And bro, you don't have to do it, but I think you do it because you enjoy it. It makes you feel.
I enjoy it. So this is what I do every day with our teams.
Yeah.
I try to understand what are they struggling, what they're struggling with. If it's family stuff, personal stuff, development stuff, if they're stressing out about payments or whatever, I always try to put them in the right mindset and path. Unless they're broken, they're gonna succeed.
Yeah.
And that's my goal as a business owner, is to help and thrive our guys.
That's beautiful. That's the way it should.
I can do that with social media, so be it.
Yeah. No, I love it. When you're putting out the phenomenal content, I love it. Now, going back to you said some, man, that speech was freaking amazing. I'm gonna rewatch it many. I'm gonna have my whole team watch that. It was great.
Okay, cool.
But you talked about how your whole methodology to running ads, new campaign, split testing, doing all these things.
Yeah, we have a clean and simple method. Media buyers come up with new ideas of testing. This was 30 minutes long. I couldn't talk much about it. So the juice is that. So we have simple testing methods that actually work, and we know how to scale them when we have the right metrics.
So you said on there, you had a campaign, $100 ad spend.
Yep.
One ad, and you scaled that to 100,000 a day off of one single ad.
Yeah, sure.
How did that happen, man?
When you have the right aligned stars, okay, your offer is converting great, the conversion rate is extremely high, the quality of the leads you're sending are powerful, and the buyers want more, and you have the perfect metrics all around that creative and that angle, and you have the right ROI behind that. It's not rocket science. It's easy to scale that to a shit ton of money if the buyer has the capability of handling so many leads.
Got it. Yeah,
We scaled single campaigns to over 50,000 leads a day.
Wow. Those are web forms or calls or a combination of both?
Lead forms. I love lead forms.
Got it.
We do pay-per-call as well, but I love lead forms. I love auto insurance. we took auto insurance to $200,000 a day as a vertical.
And you've had, what's the biggest day you ran? Was it $500,000 in a day, or what's the?
Of turnover we did.
Yeah.
It's north of 6 figures.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. The reason that we say that is that you can't get to those numbers. I think it's like you're driving. I have a mentor. He's a billionaire. And I ran his call center. I was 25 years old running his call center and student loan consolidation. And he said something that I liked a lot. So listen, I just want to grow, and grow. That's all I want to do. And I want the company to grow, because when we grow, the company, we all grow together. But this is like it's like a Ferrari going really fast. You're going 100, 150, 200. Things are good, but a little pothole could destroy the whole car, destroy our lives.
Yeah.
And that's what we got to be aware of. So I think that's when you're going from $100 a day, 500, people to get to those numbers, and I'm not saying that to like, oh wow, this guy's
it's the back end.
Yeah, it's the back.
It's how you structure your back end. And by back end, I'm not meaning how the offer converts. I'm meaning how you structured to diversify the risk of inconsistency. So how many ad accounts you're running, how many media bars you have, how many ads you tested, how many, I don't know, angles you tested. So the back end is extremely important. We even diversify with multiple companies within Meta itself. So we can have much more broader spectrum of assets to attend of, that's to get from. So we're going to have business managers from a company, from another company. It's all owned and operated. But the scale is massive, because that's the only way that's going to take you to that level. Bunch of other people in our industry are renting ad accounts out. They think it's a solution. That's not going to work within the next few months, because Meta is cracking that down. They have enforcement policies which I cannot talk about, because otherwise my account manager is going to kill me. But the business-wide operations going to get wiped out, especially ad account agency rentals, because the shady shit they're running, you're not even aware of.
Yeah.
You might be running solar roof campaigns, Windows, super vanilla ads. You'll get into that huge shithole that they run in with a bunch of Chinese people running casino and sweepstakes and scamming people.
Yeah.
That's going to get this system cracked.
And at the end of the day, it's a good thing for the ecosystem that we wipe that out. It's like a cleansing.
Can't wait, to be honest.
That's awesome. Speaking of Meta, I took a picture of the slide. You said one day you woke up, or you had this thought, I have to think how Mark Zuckerberg is thinking.
Yeah.
I have to put myself in his shoes. I thought that was powerful as fuck.
It's powerful. Another powerful thing I go about, Mark, is that someone told me this. I remember the exact year and the exact month. It was December 2015. And it was an account manager we had in Facebook. It was called Facebook, not Meta at that time. And she told me, every time we attend to a meeting, our manager have this saying that done is better than nothing, which is how Mark is running his company. He would rather do shit, take huge risks, and get things done. So do is better than nothing. And I wake up and think about, like, how is that guy contrasting the environment, and how is he trying to make his company thrive with a better user experience?
And that's great advice. I mean, I always say success leaves clues. You put yourself in the brain or the shoes of Mark Zuckerberg, try to understand him. That's going to give you an edge. Huge edge.
I feel that very actually natural. Like, how are you gonna stay on top of your game if you don't think what's happening around your company?
You can't. So we're talking about mindset here. One thing I want to talk to you about, you have a very powerful mindset, in my opinion, and I feel
Thank
you, and it's a beautiful thing. That's why I want people to understand, know about your channel. I mean, that's what we try to do. To listen, we have fun on the LFG Show, but it's really about fucking mindset is what it comes down to. But you moved to Dubai, right?
Yeah.
This place, I come here, man. Fuck, it makes me think bigger. Like every time I come here, I'm like, man, I gotta step the fuck up, man. I love it, right? So how has Dubai impacted you professionally, personally, and
So when
yeah, so
when I moved here with my wife, for the first time in my entire existence, I felt free. That's the most impactful thing I've experienced about Dubai, because the government is, of course, very present. But the things here are moving at a such fast pace and they're working, and your money is your money. Your company is your company. Taxes are extremely low. We have 9% on profits on companies. I'd pay that. I love it. I don't have to think about whatever structure, crazy structure I need to do in order for me to not being bullied by other governments. I felt free. And this is the most important statement I can give about Dubai. You're safe. My wife can finally walk around night by herself and not feeling non-safe. Nothing's gonna happen. And I keep repeating this, but your money is your money. Nobody gives a damn thing what you do with your money. And the level of business owners that are here are extremely diversified. I can find in an elevator a billionaire that's talking to you. You have no idea what he's doing. And that's very impactful. You can't find that in any other city. So when you're in the same room with people that are doing less than you, you're not going to thrive. When you're in the same room with such a diversified portfolio of people, with so many unique and different backgrounds, who's in tech, who developed. I was in the gym a couple of months ago. Founder of Telegram was training next to me.
wow.
You're not going to find that in any other city. It's crazy powerful. You go back home, pump. I can do more. I can crush him. I'm smarter. That guy's a billionaire. He's not smarter than me.
Because you only have 9 people in the team. I read somewhere they're very lean, Telegram. Super lean.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Right?
Yeah.
It's nuts. I love it. You do your own schedule. Of course, I'm a business owner. And if I would be working, I would experience a different lifestyle for sure. But this is who I am. That's what I do. I enjoy it.
Man, this was very impactful. And I think we'll leave it off at that. What you just said, you got to be in the right rooms. That's what life's all about. You got to be in rooms where people are going to elevate you. And that's why this podcast to me was super important, because like I say, I don't really go, Chance will tell you, I don't sit down the whole fucking speech. I sat down for every second. I got there early to talk, and it left a big impact. And that's why I wanted to get you on this show. And I feel like, it's loud here. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, but man, I feel like we could talk for like 3 fucking hours and keep going and going.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Maybe we can schedule like a longer
Yeah.
mastermind session that we can record.
Yeah, for
one
sure.
day.
Yeah, we'll be doing, listen, we did an event in Colombia. We'll be doing more of those events, LFG events, man. We'll collaborate on that. But guys, I can't emphasize enough. Follow Dimitri. You got to follow people who are successful, that are up here. And the thing is, you're doing very well, and but you can even do better, which I love about you.
I feel like a humble peasant.
Yeah.
Every single day.
I love it.
We do good, but there's trillions out there.
Yeah, the story is out there.
I'm a peasant.
It's unlimited, right? So that's what it comes down to. So Dimitri, man, it was such an honor to have you on the
Thanks
show.
for having me.
You really impacted the shit out of me, man. Doesn't have
Glad I
ripple
did.
effects. Yeah, you impacted the people on the LFG show here. Let's
go.
fucking go. How you say let's fucking go in Italian again?
Andiamo cazzo.
Oh, God, let's fucking go. Look, we got some other Italian here. No, get it happen. Look, here we go. More for representing, man. What's the best part of Italy?
Florence.
Florence? Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Better pizza than Naples?
I mean, pizza it's good everywhere in Italy. We do it differently in Tuscany. Tuscany is more romantic.
Yo, fucking John Castro sent you to some pizzeria in Las Vegas, man.
Yeah,
I need John Cat. Why you send him to a pizzeria in Vegas, bro? I'm gonna take him some real New York shit, man. Staten Island. Yeah. I'm gonna say some Wu-Tang Staten Island
Just
shit.
pizza. It wasn't the worst I had in my life, so it's okay.
I'm gonna make it up to you, bro. I'm gonna take some real sick, like, you'll come to World War together, man.
Let's fucking go.
Good time. Let's fucking do this.
Let's fucking go.
Get ready to level your shit up with the LFG Show. We travel the globe to bring you heavy hitters from all walks of life. We've been talking some serious business, from the best digital marketers, government contracting experts, to top athletic and celebrity doctors. We've got it all covered. We're talking to guys who've cashed in for billions with a B. And the best thing is, we're just getting started. So hold on tight. We're about to crank it up a notch. Get ready for next level networking and masterminds within the LFG community. Scared money don't make no money or honey. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and let's fucking go.